Hello everyone and welcome to episode 26 of the Hall of Gamers podcast. This week I'm joined by Cameron.
Hey.
Our new permanent host Charlotte.
Hi.
And our guest Will.
Hi.
Is it Will or Will I am?
Well,
I love making that joke
one.
whenever I say Will. Whenever I meet somebody named William.
You can call me anything you want. Just don't call me late for dinner.
Oh god.
Perfect.
I was going to say Cameron's already off to a
great.
flying start with his wonderful jokes. So that's fantastic. We're also going to talk about NFTs because apparently that's everything now. We've got some Starfield stuff in there, and we're going to talk a little bit about Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Warzone 2, Electric Boogaloo. I'm not quite sure. Anyway.
Two modern, two warfare?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Again, I'm still annoyed that they didn't call it Four Fast,
The one with
Four
the guns.
Furious. Yeah, the one with the guns. Yeah. But not the space guns and not the old timey guns, but the like today guns, but a little bit future. We're also doing the show live on Twitch. You want to come join us? For some reason, if you haven't, Hall of Gamers Pod is the channel to come visit. We're all live. We do this every week, so come say hi, talk to us in the chat, ask questions, usual stuff. But with that out of the way, Cameron's going to transition us to a song of the week that's probably going to break everything. It feels like a job. I never liked it, but I gotta play it through sometime. They said just move on, but I'm too stubborn. I play my games like I'm dying. So give it a chance. I do my best not to let it kick my ass. And when I'm done, I'll move along. Taking me back to the cheap kills, the long fights. Everyone asking if I feel alright, 'cause it's struggle time. Baby, it's a struggle time. And even if it takes me up till next year, I don't care. All I know is that I won't play fair, 'cause it's struggle time. Baby, it's a struggle time. That's perfect dark for me.
2 comments.
Okay, alright.
First one.
Okay,
I know the song.
Okay, you know the song. That's a good start. Okay.
I've seen the band live.
Okay, that's good. Okay, that's really good.
That's good.
I won't say it yet if you want to. Yep. The second one is, Will, when did you decide to adopt a fursuit?
It's been a minute, but I feel like FurCons are coming back into action, so I thought I might as well get an early start.
When we can all meet up
Yeah,
again.
as far as I've heard it, you don't adopt the fursuit. The fursuit adopts you, I think, is usually what happens.
Yeah.
Not that I would know.
Yeah. My fursona is I don't have a fursona. I can't even think of one. I can't think of one on the fly. I'm not good at improv. Damn it.
I mean, we'll wait till we get Panda.
Gone. I quit this stream.
Yeah, so I'm bearable.
Look, we'll wait till we get somebody from the Remnants on. Like, we'll get Panda on, and I'm sure he'll think of something on the fly.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
Just horsing around.
Can I say the song?
Yes, you know what the song is.
Yep. It is In the Summertime by Thirsty Merc.
Yes, fantastic.
I would have also accepted
Congratulations.
you doing Someday I Will Hit a Million.
Yeah, okay, that's pretty good. Yeah. For our listeners who are also going to be very confused because none of them will have heard that song, Cameron has been requesting that I do more Australian artists that he might have heard of. So I decided to pick the biggest earworm of 2002, 2003?
I don't know. They're very heavy on the pot. I can tell you that much.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Doing local town like town hall concerts, going around the back. Big pot smells.
I was going to say, you walk into just a cloud of smog.
Yeah.
But yeah, so well done. Thirsty Merc, easy. Got it in one.
2004.
2004, thank you. Yeah, I think I love that song. I was brainstorming with Charlotte yesterday. We were trying to come up with songs. Got a lot of good ideas, but nothing was really speaking to us. And suddenly I was like, you know what? I vaguely remember this song from 2004. Let's go with that one.
I was tempted the other day, and this is when I lost power. of sending you. Have you heard Bloke?
I have not heard bloke.
Bloke.
Okay, I need to send you the Bloke song after.
Oh no! All right, fine.
It's a very. It's an Australian anthem. Let's leave it at that.
Gotcha. So it's
God.
wildly racist and inappropriate.
100%.
Speaking of which, let's get into our interview. Will,
Hi.
let's
Oh yeah.
tell us a little bit about yourself. Give us the spiel. Who are you? What do you do?
Hi, I'm Will. You might also know me as Kxrxuxexgxexr. Hold on, I might have forgot an X in there somewhere. Let me check my notes.
There's a few.
Is that 6 or 7 X's?
I've only had 4 X's, thank you.
Oh,
But,
yeah, right, yeah.
Are any of them evil?
You'll have to know me a little bit better to find that out.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yes. It's usually not a question you ask on a first date, Cameron.
6.
6. Okay, 6 X's. All right.
6. I just play games. I've just work. I work and play games. I'm married. I've been married for like 3 years now. It's great. I of course, I think you've seen that I have a cat. I don't know whose cat that is. It just walked into my house. But I have another bunch of animals too. It's a farm here. But anyway, yeah, I'm just a big gamer. I love games. I've loved games ever since I was a kid. My dad actually got me into gaming. He loved playing the Nintendo 64 and playing the Zelda games. So I was like, oh, I really like this. So I would watch him play, do all this crazy stuff. And he was really into Majora's Mask, which is like my favorite game now. So like it's super great, but I'm not like, I haven't been a huge Nintendo gamer for the past few years. I've just been playing a lot of Xbox and stuff, but really just an all-around gamer since I was a kid. It's great. That's about it. Nothing really crazy about me. That's all. It's all gravy. That's it.
Yeah, let's get into a little bit of your gaming history then. So you started with kind of the N64, that sort of era. What kind of got you over onto Xbox? Were you on the 360 or?
So I got the original Xbox whenever I was. Oh man, I don't know, or I don't remember the year. I know Knights of the Old Republic was out and all that, and there was a Costco bundle. I don't know if you guys have a relevance of Costco, like a Sam's Club, something relatable to that.
We got one moving here currently, actually. They were very excited about it.
Oh, shit, that's awesome. Sorry, I don't know if I could swear or not.
Oh, you can swear as much as you fucking like. Don't worry about it. Yeah.
That's fine.
Sweet, cool. Works for me. There was a Costco bundle for an Xbox, like original, the Duke, shit like that. And it came with a copy of Knights of the Old Republic. So I liked the Xbox for a long time. I played it, and then I heard about Halo. This is like 4 years after the first Halo came out, and I think Halo 3 was coming out. So I was like, oh, that's super cool. Let me play the original Halo. Played Halo 2, and then Halo 3 came out, and I'm like, all right, I need to get a 360 and actually play the game. So I played them, and that's I've just been stuck on Xbox ever since.
And so did you get into achievement hunting like straight away, or was that like, was that something that you kind of grew into, or?
So it was growing, and I've stopped over the years, and I picked it back up. But whenever I first started achievement hunting, it was in Halo 3. They had the Hayabusa armor or whatever it was called, where if you get all the achievements, you get a special set of armor. And I ended up like going crazy for it. I'm like, I need to get this armor. I can't be the only person I know without it. And then honestly, not a lot of people had it, so I ended up getting it, and I was hooked ever since. But like, since I was just like 13 or 14 years old at the time, so I didn't really understand the concept of actually achievement hunting. So I would just play games every now and again going forward, and then I would just stop because I would get too busy with my life. Like whenever I became, I think 21, I stopped achievement hunting for about 3 or 4 years because I was done with it. I was bored of it. It wasn't fun. Then I came back just 2 years ago and really just picked it up from there, because honestly it was kind of like a golden age of achievement hunting with all the I'm just a score hound. I'm not like, I don't care about my ratio. I don't care about true achievements or anything like that. I just like the score. It's cool. It's fun. I also like the clout. I'm a clout chaser.
Of course. I mean, that's what it's all about, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, hitting that million was great, but like starting up again in 2 years, like all the easy games, I felt like it was the golden age. It was the perfect opportunity to get back into it and just show what I can do and how kind of big my wallet is. So.
Yeah, exactly right. So you recently just hit 1 million, right? That was it's your big sort of milestone.
Go on. Sorry.
Yeah, so tell us a little about that. Did you pick a specific game? Did it were you planning it out?
I tried planning it out as best as I could because a while ago on Twitter there was a giveaway, not a giveaway, but a raffle or something like that for getting your gamer tag in achievements for a chili dog game called Restless Night.
Yeah.
And my gamer tag got chosen, so I was like, oh wow, that would be a really cool achievement to get. But at the time I was at like 600,000 gamer score, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna get it. I might start playing it, but then I decided no, I'll hold out. So I tried to get it as my 1 million achievement, but I ended up getting Champion Slayer 1 instead. If Champion Slayer, if you're watching, hey, you're my 1 million gamer score achievement. But then immediately after his, I unlocked mine. So first achievement after 1 million. That was me. That's awesome.
Great.
Has all the makings of an identity crisis.
Yeah, because Cameron, you've got your name in there.
I was going to say I've got my game tag as well. I was waiting for you to say mine.
Yeah,
just
right,
exactly. Please just say mine. Make it 10 times.
Yeah, that would have been insane. That would have been so crazy.
Chapters just said it sounds almost as worse than Dwayne hitting like 1 million and 10.
10, yeah, 1 million and 10. That's pretty rough.
Oh man, that's gross.
Who doesn't get it on the dot?
That's really funny.
Yeah, Scrubs hitting a million.
100,000 milestones do not matter. I've said this multiple times. Yeah.
Come on.
Listen. It's 80085. It's 69. It's any
what do those mean?
The sexual boobs. Boobs.
Oh my god. Okay.
Boobs.
All right. I swear to God, I try so hard with this podcast. It just unbelievable.
What do you expect?
I don't know. I don't know what I expect.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you. Like, this is the thing, yeah. Like podcasts like ours, like the American version of ours. Not gonna say any names. They all care about like the
is there
1
an American
million.
version of yours?
I'm kidding.
Well,
I meant-
Oh,
wow.
thank fucking God. I would have been like, damn, why am I here?
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Just
I know,
kidding.
right?
Just joking. Cut
I mean,
that joke out. Don't clip that,
they'll
please.
say they're the
Wait,
better one.
clip
but
that one? Yep, cool.
Yeah, clip it. Yep, done. Yep, easy.
I'm gonna get messages of that.
Yeah,
Anyway.
definitely gonna get it. Yep.
But then you'll have like the bigger people in the Xbox gaming community, like Alana Pierce, putting out a Twitter status saying, I'm going for 8,000 and 80,085 just to hit boobs.
Boobs. Yeah. Yeah.
There you go.
See, those are the milestones I'll go for. You're shaking your head in disapproval.
No, I'm just. Come on.
I mean, okay, it ends in a 5. That's not too bad.
Actually, yeah, if it ends in a 5, that's probably okay.
I still think
tolerable.
69 is my favorite milestone.
That is pretty good.
That is, yeah, okay, that is pretty good.
That is
I'll
actually
give this-
pretty good.
that's not-
Because like what can anybody else say to, like, you're gonna have your Alexes that go like, it doesn't end in a 5 or a 0, but then I'll be like, but you know, like, if you're not saying nice to that, then you're not
What are
part
you
of the
doing?
norm. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. You're gonna be part
I
of the
mean,
hive
if you
mind.
can't get it on a 0, then you may as well get it on a 69.
That's,
I had to purposely get a 4 gamer score achievement.
that's disgusting.
Of course you did.
Yeah,
I fixed it and then I immediately broke it again.
Oh fuck. Okay. I think I might need a sick day.
Oh my god.
Chapter, somebody please kick him.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I'd ban you, but like you're the owner, so.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm the chaotic good.
Well,
Chaotic neutral.
Chaotic neutral mostly. Yeah, I'll give you
yeah.
that.
Yeah, he's a true neutral.
Mm.
Oh.
I never understood alignments in D&D. It just makes things more annoying.
It is really annoying.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I want to do
Just
this.
always be neutral.
Yeah, it's like I'm just neutral. I can do whatever I want. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get in trouble for that though, because that's too normal.
Yeah, I have no strong feelings
Sounds
one
like
way or the other about it.
Sounds like I don't play D&D, but it sounds like the makings of a sociopath.
I mean, murder hoboing is a very common thing that happens. But anyway,
Yeah.
this is not a D&D podcast. I'm not going to get
it's not.
sidetracked.
I could do that in a whole different side quest.
I mean,
Exactly.
you could make a D&D podcast, and I would have no
I-
fucking idea what's going on.
I mean,
Oh
I
my god, that'd be fun as fuck.
Jeez, that'd be rough. Yeah, well, it's just like lights, camera, and action, except even more confusing.
God, a D&D
Honestly,
quest
I mean, I could
line.
DM it.
Snap.
Yeah.
A D&D quest
People
line about
wanted
starting
to.
an achievement hunting podcast.
Oh my god, that's way too meta.
Wow.
It's like roll for your computer to break. So, well, I guess just one sort of
Achievement
soon.
unlocked. You done.
Nat one. Nat one.
yeah, one, yeah, now exactly.
Critical
That
fail.
one.
All right. Well, tell sort of about. I guess so. You've talked about what you've been playing and that sort of stuff in terms of like how you got started and achievement hunting and that kind of thing. But like, what do you like? Do you have a genre or series that you're really into, or is this just kind of just a bit of a grab bag?
Recently it's been most of a grab bag. I really enjoy walking simulators. That's really been my niche game type that I've liked over the past few years. Like, I'm kind of bummed out. A lot of walking simulators have shit easy achievements where I want to keep playing these games for hours because they're so beautiful and gorgeous. But I just end up playing them for 30, 45 minutes and I'm done. I uninstall them and I'm like, man, I want to go back and play it again. But then I realize I can't get the achievements in them, so I don't do it.
Yep.
But walking simulators are fun. Really, I enjoy RPGs a lot. I just haven't really been playing them because they're not
Yeah.
easy games.
Quick
They're
question
not
with the walking
baby
sim
games I
one.
pick up for $5.
Stacks or double
Ask
dipping?
away.
Stacks or double dipping? What's the correct term?
For like stacking games, like two
Like,
1,000
is-
games, or just double
Yeah.
dipping to play it again.
Like, is it? What do you prefer, stacks or double dipping? In terms of the
So-
term. In terms of the term.
Stacks. I like stacks better than double dipping,
Okay.
if that makes sense.
I use both, but yeah,
Yeah.
most people go with stacks. You just want to make Mike mad.
Possibly.
Anyway. But so walking simulator, so like What Remains of Edith Finch and things like that.
Oh yeah, that's
game.
a fantastic game. That's my top 5 games I've played since I got back in achievement hunting. That is definitely my top 5. I recently played Prometheus. I can't even pronounce it. It's such a fuck hard game to pronounce. But that was also a walking simulator. It was nice. It was beautiful. I also kind of count those airy games and Life of Fly games.
They
kind of
basically
walking
are, yeah.
simulators. Yeah, it like walking simulator puzzle shit. But I like those too. The music's nice. It gets annoying after a while, but you're only playing it for 45 minutes, so you're able to do it in doses. No, those games are great. But What Remains of Edith Finch is definitely part of my top 5 best games I played since I got back in achievement hunting.
And you mentioned RPGs as well, right? And anything that stands out. Obviously, I'm the same way. Like, I love RPGs, but I just never have the time to really get invested in them because they're pretty achievement poor.
Yeah, so I've played Final Fantasy X once a year for the past, since I was a kid, since the PS2 came out. And, well, I've obviously had breaks, but I try to at least play it a little bit every year because I think the game's gorgeous, amazing. Gameplay's great. It's not it's not as traditional Final Fantasy as some other Final Fantasies are, like 7, where it's more active combat and stuff like that. But I like that a lot. I was thinking about starting it on the Xbox because why not? But
I had the same thing.
Also-
Like 10 is probably my favorite game of all time. And I went back and played the HD version,
so
and I was like, is it as good as I remember? And I was like, yes, it is. I put 110 hours into it in like 2 weeks. It's so good.
oh my god, yeah. such a good game. Dark Souls is also really great, one of my favorites. I don't know if you would count that as an RPG. I think it's an RPG on a scale, like a harder note. I
It's an
really
action
enjoy
RPG,
it.
yeah.
I'd call it a death
Yeah,
simulator.
ARPG seems good.
Wow, there is
Yeah,
that. I mean,
true.
it's not that difficult. I mean, it's definitely challenging, but it's it's actually not too bad for the most
I'm
part.
probably going to go and play it this show.
Should.
Attempt to.
So have you played all of them?
Yeah, I've played 1, 2, and 3. I went through 2 a couple times for scholar stacks. I haven't done the remastered for 1 yet, but I'm really excited to try it. I think it's in my queue to play after. I have a list of games I'm playing after I hit 1 million. I'm currently on one of them now, but it's on my list because it looks so good. It looks amazing. I'm waiting for Elden Ring, but Elden Ring might have to wait a little bit because I don't like buying new games. They're just so expensive. $60?
Yeah.
Wild. Or well, $60 American. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not cheap. I'm super excited for Elden Ring, but I think it's my birthday's coming up, so I'm gonna wait for that. But yeah.
There you go. Happy early birthday.
Thanks. Any other series, or I don't know. I mean,
Any favorite games?
Yeah, I guess if you're getting it to a million, you've got to play a lot of stuff, right?
Oh yeah. Honestly, the last 2 years, I haven't really been playing a lot of games that I want to play, other than like Mortal Kombat 10. I recently completed Mortal Kombat 10, Star Wars Battlefront. Star Wars Battlefront 2, I completed that one too, but Battlefront 2 was actually really fun because you actually had to play it for God knows how many hours I played it, but I really enjoyed it. I think that was really fun. I also really like Halo. Halo's great. Xbox, Halo's fun. Got to throw that in.
Yep.
Have you started playing for Infinite yet?
No, not yet. That's also on my after 1 million list. But multiplayer achievements just put me off so much because I'm not a big get a group of people together and play a game with a bunch of friends. I just don't like it.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't get it.
I'm with you.
That's just me.
Don't worry, you're in good company.
Yeah. Good company separately,
Thank
never
goodness.
meeting up.
You're all crazy.
All right. Glad we all agree.
Yes, we all agree.
All except Cameron.
Yeah, that's what I said. We all agree.
Yeah.
Achievement
Thank
hunting
goodness.
is a social activity.
No, it is not.
And
It
Depends on the game.
It is very much not. Have you seen how pale and how very little I get outside when I achievement hunt? I'm the least social I've ever been in my entire life.
it's funny, if you put me next to my dad, how different our skin tones are based on the fact that I don't go outside.
I mean, they're definitely exactly right. It's amazing how that works.
I'm forced outside.
Yeah, that's true. All right,
I'm so glad I'm not alone. I never go outside.
No, it's great. Yeah, no. One of us. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for your candor. I think we'll move on to some of the news that we've got this week. Cameron, you found something about Starfield?
Yeah, I'm going to be totally honest with everybody here.
Okay, sorry. This is Cameron's rant. Cameron needs to get this out.
Every single thing that could go wrong this week has gone wrong. So I will tell you that I know about this Starfield article. I saw it earlier in the week. I know that they want to make this the most played Bethesda game ever. If you ask me anything past that, I would not be able to tell you because I've been dealing with computer issues, a broken computer issues 1, computer issues 2, computer issues 3, power going out for 24 hours unexpectedly, just everything breaking on me. So yeah, in the news, they want to make Starfield the most played Bethesda game ever, using Game Pass and that. Was there much else to it other than that, Matt?
It was more just kind of about the acquisition and kind of what they've got going on with other bits of the business. But they're talking about how they want to get Activision Blizzard titles on Game Pass as well. It was more of an interview with Phil Spencer just talking about like, hey, he wants more people playing WoW, which is no surprise there, right? More people would be playing Call of Duty, more people would be playing Candy Crush.
How do you think WoW will go on Xbox? Because I'm sure it's gonna happen.
I don't know if it will. Oh, I imagine it'll be part of Game Pass, right? But it might be a Game Pass for PC thing exclusively because I just don't really see it. Like, it might work fine on consoles, but it's the kind of thing like they do with other RPGs where they need to instance out. So it's not, you don't have crossplay between. Like, I play Neverwinter, right? But I only play the console. People are playing on console, as far as I'm aware, anyway. Like, I don't think there's going to be like, you know, huge numbers of people playing on console. Again, you don't get the same experience and control playing on a console than you do on a PC, especially in an MMO where it's like teamwork is so important and timing is everything.
Yeah, makes sense. I don't know. I'm just interested, especially the discussions this week, especially around Activision Blizzard, with COD games still coming to PlayStation even after the exclusivity, apparently.
Yeah, so there was some news about that as well, actually. So apparently there's going to be a Call of Duty Warzone 2 coming out this year, and that it's going to be basically based on the new Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, not the old one that Infinity Ward made, but the sequel to the new one that they made a couple of years back is now going to be the next one coming out, and it's going to be called the same, made by the same people, but it's going to be a different game.
Look, the only thing we should be asking ourselves is whether it's going to have achievements this time around.
The
Because
Warzone mode?
It didn't last time, so I don't care if it doesn't.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Do you play any of the Call of Duties? Have you played through any of them?
Oh yeah, I've played a bunch of them. I think the only one I haven't completed is Black Ops 3, and that. Oh no, and Modern Warfare 3. I don't like games that end with 3, so I'll never complete those.
Right. Okay. So you big Valve supporter.
I was gonna say, do you work for Valve?
Oh my god.
Yeah. Just a little bit. I've been burnt too many times before. And then Back 4 Blood came out, so they skipped 3, of course.
They did, yes.
But anyway, no. Call of Duty's fun. Depends on the game. I really like the old ones. I have a sense to go back to Modern Warfare 3 and play it, but I don't like any of the new ones. The new ones aren't that appealing to me.
2019 is pretty good.
Yeah, the new 2019 one I think was probably that was the one that got me back into it for a little bit. Because I took the last one I played was Advanced Warfare, which I've actually been playing a bit again this week. But like I missed like the 4 or 5 or whatever it's been since then. It's actually probably been more than that, hasn't it?
Advanced Warfare is good too if you can get past Kevin Spacey being a creep.
So many.
Yeah, true. But they've had one every year since 2007, 2006 almost.
Yeah. One or two. Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, because it was like they had 2, 3 Modern Warfare. Like they just went on forever.
We keep pumping them out.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
And so Microsoft have basically come out and said that there's going to be a new one. We talked a little bit about it when the acquisition happened around like whether they were going to keep Call of Duty on PlayStation systems. And there was they basically came out and said, oh, you know, we're going to what was the exact wording? I think it was we're going to stick with our current agreements, which, you know, the rumor was they had 2 years, a 2-year agreement in there. But now Phil Spencer's come out and said that no, they're planning on basically releasing Call of Duty on PlayStation in perpetuity, even outside of their existing arrangements. So it looks like unlike the Bethesda stuff where they're bringing everything in-house and making it exclusive, they've realized that, you know, big multiplayer game, big fan base, probably makes more sense to release it all on both consoles and just, you know, clip the ticket instead of just trying to make it exclusive.
It's interesting though when you think about it.
It makes sense.
Like, because I mean, just last week we were having talks about some studios not wanting to make Call of Duty anymore. Like that's all they've ever done.
It's true. All they've been doing recently, at least. Yeah.
Maybe looking between the fine line is just like, yeah, we're going to keep on releasing Call of Duty on PlayStation, but fine print, hey, nobody wants to make Call of Duty anymore, so we're not actually releasing anything.
Oh my god.
Nope.
I mean,
Call of Duty's over.
I honestly wouldn't mind. Like the franchise has been done to death.
Look,
You don't spend that much on something to not exploit the studios, right?
I know.
And the IP. But you're right. Like maybe this is the change, where they don't need to put out a Call of Duty every single year. Maybe it's they do one every 2 years or 3 years. Maybe it becomes more like a regular development cycle, because like the reason Activision did that was because that's their moneymaker, right? In terms of like on the Activision side. I mean, obviously you've still got like Candy Crush on the King side, and I'm trying to think of something in Bethesda that makes the money. Sorry, and something in Blizzard that makes the money. I guess WoW, but
right. This is what you do.
WoW
Yeah?
makes so much money.
It used to, right? I mean, again, their subscribers have been dipping quite a bit.
True.
Well, I mean, again, like that's another one that's been around forever, right? Like you can't expect it to always stay popular, and it's had a lot of competition. And then as games as a service have become more of a thing, the traditional MMO has become less and less appealing to a lot of people.
This is what they should do, in my honest opinion. Playing Call of Duty over the years, I reckon Sledgehammer should work on a single player experience. Doesn't have to be Call of Duty, just a first person shooter single player experience. Treyarch, that's your zombie studio. That's all they ever do. I honestly think Black Ops has the best zombies kind of game type out of all the Call of Duties. And then just let Infinity Ward, if they want to keep on doing COD single player, let them do COD single player. If they want to do something else, let them do something else.
Who's doing the multiplayer then?
You just say
moving along.
I was going to say you just
multiplayer.
I was going to say you just listen.
There's like one achievement for multiplayer. Who gives
Who
a
plays
shit?
with other people? No one.
I'm giving you an out.
Prestige.
Use non-social beings. I'm giving you an out.
No multiplayer.
I would love it. Like I love the COD campaigns. Like that's why I play those games. It's not for the multiplayer, and it sure as fuck isn't for the zombies. But
okay, do you think they would honestly worry about multiplayer if they've just got Warzone?
Yeah, I think that Warzone has become the sort of the
Warzone is the new multiplayer, and it's the moneymaker.
So I'm wondering if this Warzone 2 is just going to be the multiplayer then. Yeah. I don't know. But then again, I mean, like, just because you have a battle royale mode doesn't mean people don't want to play, TDM, and like more objective-based modes. Like, it's kind of like, this thing is that like, part of the reason it's the way it is because it's on that engine. And if you're already going to be building a battle royale for that engine, you might as well put in the other multiplayer mode. So like, if it's like, this is like Call of Duty Warzone 2 is just a multiplayer, like Halo Infinite is, where it's just a multiplayer app, and it has the battle royale, but it also has a couple of TDM and other bits and pieces, and just gets updated each year or whatever. Then sure, maybe I could see that, but them basically cutting out the legs of their other modes, which is because that was the big complaint for Halo, right? Is that it didn't have enough modes, and they don't even have a battle royale mode. So like I don't see people being happy with that, especially considering like how much people love kill confirmed and domination and all those like modes that are just like stupidly popular. Even though people don't play the objective, they still play those modes for some fucking reason.
I was trying to think what game recently had achievements where I just completely ignored the game type. It might have been in Crossfire.
They've gotten a lot better about that for the most part. For most games, like I remember in the early 360 days, it was like, oh, get this amount of kills, and it's like, well, I'm gonna get nothing for running the flag. Then I'm just gonna sit here.
100%.
I don't know, Charlotte, are you gonna get into Call of Duty?
No.
Come on, there's
wait, you're not one of those gamer girls that plays Call of Duty?
Come on,
wait, okay, no. If anyone's actually watched me stream Control recently, I'm shit at aiming and like shooting things. So that would be the worst game for me. Control's okay because I can turn all the assists on. So like,
that'd be an interesting idea, right? Call of Duty with assists. I mean, like, there's no reason why they can't do it, right?
I'd play it.
Yeah, right. I mean, there you go.
I mean,
then I would play it.
Isn't the new one essentially a walking sim?
Yeah. No Russian.
Or like a 3-hour campaign.
No Russian.
Are they going to put no Russian in it? Remember that was a big one in Modern Warfare 2 originally.
I mean, if others are going to carry me through it, then maybe I'd play COD.
You know what?
I don't think I could do it on my own.
Only thing I liked about Black Ops 3, co-op campaign.
Yeah, co-op campaign's cool.
Co-op campaign was really dope. I don't know why I never finished it, but yeah, co-op campaign's amazing on Black Ops 3.
I need to go back to it because the medals and all that are just ridiculous. I did the 360 version.
Much hours.
360 version was like, what, every Tuesday night last year?
Oh, God. Yeah, that did not sound like fun.
Yeah.
And then we've kind of got like one other news story here.
I mean, I've got another news story that I just
you do?
found too.
What have you got?
You go with the other one first, and then
Okay.
I'll finish off.
So Ubisoft is in the news again for treating their employees poorly, but not for maybe the reason you would expect. There hasn't been harassment, although I would maybe argue that. They have been given, a bunch of Ubisoft employees and given their bonuses for the year because we're ending in the financial year, in the form of NFTs. So instead of
that
giving
is
them
totally abuse.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so instead of giving them money or stock options or things that they could actually use, Ubisoft recently
It's like
held
a pizza party.
Yeah, right. Ubisoft recently held an internal workshop to address employee concerns regarding the company's venture into NFTs. As we've talked about previously, they're pushing full ahead with it. They've been trying to say that people just don't get it. One of their Ubisoft executives came out.
You don't get it. We want to make money. We
Yeah,
want
exactly.
to bleed dry.
We
You
don't
just
want
don't
to pay you.
understand.
Yeah, exactly. So we've talked about Ubisoft Quartz, which is kind of their big NFT platform that they're doing. And so basically they said, part of the role as a key investor is to provide them with counseling and guidance on most eco-friendly and efficient technological choices. So they're basically saying that, these NFTs are friendly. I don't understand. But basically,
What are they friendly for?
Right, exactly. Yeah, I don't know.
What are they friendly for?
Yeah, and so also the apparently the company's internal social media platform has been filled with employees being like, "What the fuck are you doing? NFTs are the worst. I don't understand this." This is a quote here. "I don't understand the quote unquote problem being solved here," wrote an employee. "Is it really worth the extremely negative publicity this will cause?" And another one asked, "How can you look at private property, speculation, artificial scarcity, and egotism and then say, yes, this is good. I want to be part of this. Let's put it in art." So
They would be better off buying a random property and calling it a timeshare and giving their employees a little bit each.
Right,
Than
exactly.
fucking going
You
out.
can have
Exactly.
one day each a year.
yeah, exactly. But also no pay time off.
No.
Oh, and also the CEO
You
just
have
happens
to
to live
work while
there
you're there.
364 days in the year.
Yeah. Oh my god. So their announcement was, with the opening of Ubisoft Quartz in December, we thought of creating an exclusive digit for you, the Ghost Recon 20th anniversary cat, said the announcement to Ubisoft employees, according to Kotaku. If you want to receive this exclusive digit, we will inject it into your crypto wallet on the 9th of March. That's the most dystopian cyberpunk future sentence I've read in a long fucking time, right?
I hate the future.
Yeah, I'm
The
not.
future sucks.
Oh my
I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
No, exactly, right? It's just Ubisoft is Ubisoft just apparently
Killing the dream.
they just shooting themselves in the foot over and over again, and they're just pushing this NFT thing. We've seen it, we've talked about it multiple times on this show, right? Every time we talk about an NFT thing, the next week we're like, and they walked it back.
Well,
And they apologized.
EA recently had
And it's back again.
EA had an earnings meeting, and they're just I think it was a quarter ago. We're looking into NFTs, and then I think it was just last week. It's we've had a look into it. We're not doing this. We're not touching it with a 10-foot pole.
Nope. It's it's
And
like that.
Stalker walking it back and
Stalker walking it back really passive aggressively.
we're not doing this
Yeah.
because we want to.
Yeah.
We're being forced into it by
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, which
So
is
if it
just,
takes longer, it's your fault.
which is get fucked. Come on.
My favorite was still Rain on Your Parade. That was the greatest post ever.
Where they announced NFTs and
Yes.
then walked it back in the same post. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's
We're gonna do NFTs. No, we're not.
I still
Thanks
feel
for feedback.
so
Yeah.
fucking bad for the community manager at Team 17.
Oh yeah, and then of course we talked about that last week, right? Team
For
17.
those that haven't read, Mike shared in his Discord the other day a really good article from Eurogamer talking about the culture at Team 17, before and after the NFT announcement, and just it's a pretty disappointing read.
Yeah,
in
yeah,
terms of
Clint,
what's been going on.
it's it's the most tone deaf thing you could do, right? It's right up there. It's right up there with that damn Pepsi commercial. Apparently ending racism. It's like, come on, how can you get such a wrong read on a situation? Like every single alarm bell should be going off as soon as you say, "Oh, NFTs," and you should be like people being like, "Don't do it. It's not. Nope."
Well, like they
Don't go there.
Their staff, their employees, like the community managers are taking the brunt of the hit from them.
Of course, because like the executives don't give a fuck. They're just there to make a
that's
quick
their
buck.
job.
No.
But still, it's shit. It's shit.
Yeah.
Shit that they got to go through it. It's shit that they think NFTs are the future, which really they probably aren't. It's ridiculous.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Like,
It's
damaging.
It's a pyramid scheme, right?
Mhm.
I will just continue to draw my pictures on paper and sell them to normal people, and make no money off it.
Yeah, exactly. Just get into
Just
furry.
don't post them on. If you post them on the internet, I'll right click and save it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Hippity
Because
hoppity.
everything, literally anything that comes up on Twitter, right click save, done.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how I get most of my memes.
Screenshot.
Screenshot, yeah. Oh no, what happened to my NFT? Why does everyone have it?
Yeah.
I wonder why.
All right. Well, yeah. So again, I'm sure we should have a fucking jingle for NFT stuff because this is ridiculous. We get new stuff every week.
Do you want to?
We'll have a shame bit of the podcast.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Or a promotion bit for any developers.
Shame of the week.
Yeah. Dunce cap awarded to.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's been a bit of a mess. But
the NF turd.
You're right.
Week.
Oh yeah. Exactly.
Yes. Perfect.
Oh man, I still can't believe Wubby made all that money on that one.
Oh my god.
So funny.
Of course he did. It's fucking
Yeah,
hilarious.
geez, that bathroom was horrific.
Wait, Mass Effect 4 announced?
Well, they announced Mass Effect 4 ages ago, but
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, this isn't new news. What do you mean?
exactly. Yeah, Mass Effect 4 is an NFT. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's
NFT.
there's one.
It's
one
only
copy.
an NFT.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you have to play it on the blockchain.
Just the whole game is an NFT.
Oh god. Imagine that. It's basically currently finding physical media. It's like finding the fucking Spider-Man games. There's like one copy.
Oh my god.
One copy is an NFT being sold.
You've got a whole other podcast for bitching about that shit. I want to fucking hear it.
You're doing that tomorrow.
Yeah,
Let's not
exactly.
talk about that today.
Alright, cool. Final news
yes.
story.
Yes.
So I just saw this one before. Halo's original music composers Marty O'Donnell and Mike Salvatore are suing Microsoft over unpaid royalties and have also instructed their lawyers to potentially block the release of the upcoming TV show.
I mean, they might be doing us a favor on that second bit, but
yeah,
that TV show looks fucking awful.
But
to win the war, we gotta get the Halo. What the fuck
I mean,
even is that?
It's not canon. It's fine.
Then don't do it if it's not canon. Star Wars sorted that shit out. They were
but
just
I
like,
need-
everything we do is canon.
I need a show to show Nikita, this is Halo. And then she goes, oh, that was a really good series. I'm like, yep, now completely forget everything that happened in that show. That did not happen in the games at all. You had better, you're just read a book.
It was the last season of Roseanne. It was all just a dream. That was exactly And then Harry Potter woke up and he would realize he was in a mental institution. Like, just come on. Like, that looks fucking awful. But yeah, so they're suing for unpaid royalties. I don't know too much about this. I just sort of saw it when it was, because the story just went up a couple hours ago, right?
Yeah, pretty much they filed a lawsuit in 2020. They've told their lawyers to look into potentially blocking the show. They claimed that they licensed the iconic Halo music we all know and love to Bungie, which was then acquired by Microsoft in 2000 before the launch of Combat Evolved. Microsoft argues that the music was created under a work-for-hire agreement, which would qualify Microsoft as the author. So I think it's just going to be grey waters over like who technically
owns it, right? So I mean, again, Marty O'Donnell has, this hasn't been the first time that he has gotten into this kind of stuff.
I feel like he's just like, all right, I've had the loss with Destiny music. I'm going straight back to court.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Halo music's fantastic. But his sort of claim was that it wasn't a work for hire thing. It was always a licensing deal, which is what they did with Halo. Yeah. So that technically he claims that he owns Halo music, like the Halo music that he created, and that he licensed it to Microsoft and Bungie to basically make Halo, but
you know, it was
Why
licensed
is
to
it-
Bungie. Yeah.
Why has it taken so long for him to do anything about it? Because he hasn't done any composing for them since.
Well, I guess it's because the show is using it technically. But yeah, because they re-recorded all the music for Halo Infinite, they basically didn't get credited for any of it. And Marty claims that in their contract it said if they're going to re-record it, they still need to be credited.
Yeah.
And still need to be talked about with it. But again, it's a sort of, you know, he says, they say, like it's one of those legal things. And like I said, Marty has been in the stuff with Bungie. He's gotten in fights with a lot of them around the musical stuff. Because he got basically kicked out of Bungie for, again, I think it was, if I remember correctly, it wasn't under the best circumstances. Like he was basically pushed out. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see where this goes. Apparently, it's going to go to mediation, so we don't. This might get settled out. They might get paid out. Who knows? But it could go to court. But again, Microsoft have got the money to just, you know, if it ends up being a payout, I'm sure Microsoft will just, you know, bite the bullet,
for the build,
and just say fuck it and just pay them out and tell them.
I mean, they spent $70 billion on Activision Blizzard. I'm sure they could just.
Yeah, I think they can probably trump up a few 100,000.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know, like if it's a royalty situation, those guys do deserve to be paid. Like the Halo music is so fucking good.
I would dare say it's the most iconic theme that I've heard in all my gaming.
Yeah,
but I've played that much Halo, so.
I just wish I could play it without playing MCC.
Yeah, that is.
Do it. It's.
I don't want to do it.
It's such a accomplishment to get MCC done.
No, it's not. Yeah, okay, it is, but don't do it.
I literally just got to 52% completion rating, so like.
What have I told you?
Fuck it
Completion percentage does not matter.
I mean, none of it matters, but that's
it matters.
Yeah, see? Right, exactly. It matters.
It matters.
It doesn't matter to me right now, but I'm slowly over halfway.
We could
so I
delve
don't wanna
into
fuck it
the
up anymore.
have you played this game, even though it has an unobtainable, but it's amazing. Getting like 90 on.
Don't talk to me about unobtainables.
Oh, I already messaged you about how it's fun.
Been burnt by a couple of those.
Yeah,
It's fine. Apparently, mine's being fixed, so.
Oh yes, yeah. Well, fingers crossed, right? I've still got a few discontinuous.
It's fine. It's fine. I'm not mad.
Yeah.
I'm just disappointed.
Oh. Do we have any Game Pass updates this week, Cameron? I know that Control, Falconeer, and a few others we talked about last week are still
Control is leaving.
Medium, they're all leaving.
Give me 2 seconds. I'll have a quick look.
On Tuesday.
Yeah, Medium is leaving.
I haven't looked recently.
Final Fantasy 12. Again, same stuff we talked about last week. There haven't really been any changes. I don't know if anything's been added yet.
So, in terms of added, we had Besiege, Edge of Eternity, The Skull, the Hero Slayer, The Last Kids on Earth, and The Staff of Doom, Crossfire X, all added on Feb 10th. We also have Ark Ultimate Survivor coming on Feb 14th, and Infernax coming on Feb 14th. Quick note to say with Skull, the Hero Slayer, it has been patched on console, but you can still do the method on PC. Welsh Hunter has a great video, just giving him a quick shout out. I'll talk a little bit about Crossfire X when we get to games that we've been playing. Other than that, I haven't checked out of Edge of Eternity yet. Have you?
No, not yet. It looks interesting, but I want to let some other people, you know, be crash test dummies for that before I jump on.
I haven't touched anything in Game Pass this week yet.
Yeah. Like I said last week too, Controlled, Code Vein, Final Fantasy 12, The Zodiac Age, The Medium, Project Winter, and The Falconeer are all leaving on Feb 15th. If you haven't already, you're running it really close, but I reckon you could still get Falconeer done if you're listening to the show today, or maybe the Medium if that's more your...
Tuesday.
Well, you could probably get 2 of them done. Control you can finish in about 13 hours with assists on. Falconeer is about 10 hours or so.
Yeah.
The Medium's about that as well.
Control, just definitely use the walkthrough if you're going to do it. Like, rush it, because otherwise you'll get lost.
Yeah.
The map is so confusing.
I would say, though, if you're going to pick between, like, the Medium and the Falconeer, I'd probably do the Medium.
Yeah, I would.
Just because I've seen the Falconeer on some pretty deep discounts.
It's also shit. Okay, it's not shit, but it's not good.
We don't bag out solo devs on this show.
Yes, we do. What are you talking about?
I don't bag out solo devs.
You played that terrible Operation Zeta? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I'm joking again. I'm joking.
You're an
I'm kidding.
asshole.
I'm kidding.
You're so mean.
I know. I'm joking.
I support, like, I signed the podcast up to support him on Patreon now too. And that's how you're gonna treat him?
Good. Yay.
That's cute.
It's fine.
No, like Falcon is fine, but it's just like, yeah, like if you're looking for something that's like, you know, impactful and a bit more, you know,
Well, he's working on an RTS in the same universe. He's messing around with the idea.
Oh, that's cool.
So I think that would look really good if he can pull it off.
All right.
But yeah, that's in terms of Game Pass. I think there was one other announcement that was going to be a day one, but I can't think of what it was this week. Because I talked about MLB The Show
There's
last
been heaps.
It might be just the fact that I know that MLB The Show is coming to Switch now too.
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, baseball for everyone, I guess.
Okay.
Baseball everywhere.
Do you want to talk about what you've been playing then, Cameron?
Yep, just let me go into my list. Alright, well, I'll say what I've been playing today. Dreamscape is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I talked a little bit about it last week, but essentially it is it plays like Hades. It is a roguelite. It does say that there is permadeath involved. Ignore that. It is not permadeath. It is the most stupidest marketing I've seen for a game like this. It is essentially you die in your dreams, you wake back up, you do another run. But everything outside in the real world is to deal with meditation, to deal with daydreaming, that kind of stuff. And you will get certain points in your runs that will allow you to be taken back into the real world and used as an upgrade.
Right. So it's like a regular roguelike with permanent
Yeah.
upgrades.
So you might be meditating in the bench of the park, but that's going to... You dunk some points into that, and they'll give you a bomb to start off with in your new run.
Gotcha.
It plays like Hades, but there is so much more variety in like what you can do, like starting off at a run. The main criticism I had with Hades was like you had to just get the right, you know, you it's RNG. You had to get the right RNG in a run to get what you needed to unlock, and that's
for the most part, yeah.
That's the most frustrating thing at the tail end of the list.
For sure.
Yeah. This is just like, all right, cool. I've unlocked this weapon to run. I can pick it. I can max it out. I can continue on. The only problems I've run into so far is I started to... I was versing one boss today and the achievement didn't trigger. I haven't looked into why that is yet. And then there was another one for collecting 6,000 sand, which hasn't triggered as well. I think they may have patched it just recently. So I don't know if they've accidentally discontinued something. But I'm sure they're going to fix it, and it is a really, really fun game.
Okay. All right.
Cool.
Has more of a deeper story behind it, but I skip cutscenes, so what do you expect from me?
Yeah.
Oh no.
I mean, look, it's one of those things that I can't be expected to follow the story in a roguelite. If there's no voice acting, I'm going to look it up on YouTube after.
Just read it. Read it, you fucking Neanderthal.
No, it's just there's no talking in the scenes.
So?
It's just interpretation.
Okay, just watch it then.
Yeah.
All right, whatever. What else have you been playing?
Oh my
Cool.
god.
We'll skip the cutscene on that one and just move to you next
I
time.
play for the gameplay. I am a gameplay guy. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm here.
Yeah.
If I'm doing a run a night kind of thing and not sitting in one go, I'm not going to remember the story in like 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah, I suppose that's true.
That's just how I
That's like
kick
Yeah,
Cam 1 out of
kick
5.
him. So that's number
Sus.
2 times. We have to kick him a second time now.
Sus.
Yeah,
Sus.
Sus.
I played a little bit of Sea of Thieves with Robbie and Red last week.
Yeah, that looked like some crazy shit was going on.
So
It was like you and like 50,000 pirates.
So I joined a party with Mike, Red, and Robbie, and they were just like all playing Sea of Thieves. So I'm like, oh, what are you guys up to? And they're like, oh, we're just trying to get some easy achievements. I'm like, hey, do you mind if I join in? And Mike was going to bed, so I took her spot. Didn't have the game installed, so we did. I started playing it in the cloud, and it actually doesn't operate too badly.
Cool.
All right.
So yeah, just following Robbie's directions to get us some achievements. Me and Red are dueling. Pretty fun. And then off on the horizon, a ship's coming for us. So Robbie's like, all right, back aboard. We'll go for a runner. Suddenly, there's 3 ships surrounding us.
Oh no.
And then they all jump on. So we have 4 crews on our ship. It's sus as all fuck. And then Robbie's just like, I don't feel comfortable. I don't feel comfortable with this. And like me and Red are just chilling and all that. And then Robbie's just like, hey, do you mind if like I get the achievements for my friends here? So they let us get the achievements, which apparently, I think according to Red is like one of the harder ones. Maybe Robbie, sorry. Of like sleeping in like another ship's bed.
Right.
So we go over, do that,
Cool.
do some other stuff, get like 3 or 4 like really rare achievements, and then it's like they start like the deception starts seeping in. Yeah, it's like, oh, let's just hit this one guy, and then within 5 minutes we're all dead.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
And then I think it was like,
so the new story is pirates act like pirates. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, like at the same time we got some
Pirates
really
act like
rare
good
achievements. It was pretty cool. So yeah,
You got
I might-
something out of it at least.
Yeah, I might go back to Sea of Thieves just to play a little bit of that. Been playing some Dying Light 2. Got to be honest, it's not capturing me as well as 1 did.
Right.
I haven't experienced any major bugs or anything like that. It's just the leveling is just way too slow for me. And I know it is a very long game.
Yeah.
A lot of people...
That's what I've been hearing is that
Yeah.
the level curve just takes fucking forever, especially when it unlocks like parkour abilities.
Like, the parkour is fun, but at the same time, I haven't got to a point where it feels as fun as 1 yet. Because 1, you get to the point where you unlock the grapple hook and just everything's like, grapple over here, grapple over there, and then I just don't do anything else, yeah? Just grapple everywhere. But 2, it's like, there's a paraglider, I'm trying to get used to that. The environments are like a lot more challenging. Like it just doesn't feel free flowing yet. And I'm sure like later on I'll start to enjoy it a lot more. But at the same time, there is these GRE kits that you use as upgrade points. So you get 2 out of one of the crates, but you have to collect 3 for each upgrade, which you can either put into health or stamina.
Right.
The problem is you don't have enough in the game to upgrade either line. So there's like 120 upgrades, and you need 80 to max out 1 path. So what I'm essentially doing is having to collect all the points, get to 80, unlock
Do
one of them,
Then-
delete my delete my save, then log into the other one, do that, and continue on.
Oof. Yeah, that's not great.
Like, I mean, if it was like unlock certain, like not the full tree, it would be fine. Or unlock all of, collect all of them, it would be fine. It's just one of those achievements that just doesn't need to be set up that way, especially for such a long game. Because people will do the other method and then have to completely delete this save. There is no separate saves, I believe.
Oh, okay, right.
So it's
just
like
one save
you're.
file.
It's like if you miss that opportunity, you're going to muck it up, and you're going to have to delete all your progress to go and get that 1 achievement.
Gotcha. That sucks.
Yeah, which I don't understand why they don't think about like those things happening with achievement lists. But it is what it is. Project Winter, I have done 99% of the game. I'm just missing the 1 discontinued achievement that apparently was meant to be patched on the 10th. I'm guessing it's still going through MS certification. Really fun.
I'm not going to say I told you so. I'm just going to heavily imply it.
What?
That it wasn't going to get fixed before it leaves Game Pass.
Oh, I mean, 100%. But at the same time, I'm going to try Kirby's method of leaving the game installed on the PC, seeing if I can access it after the fact. And then if I have to buy it down the track later on, so be it. It is a really fun game from like all the teamwork and that we've been doing. I can see the appeal, but at the same time, like survival elements.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't really do a really good job of explaining everything starting off.
Yeah, like I sort of took a look at it because it was on my list of maybe looking at if they've patched the achievement. But even then, it didn't look like, I don't know, survival stuff just doesn't really appeal to me. Even if
It's
it is
essentially
supposed to
Among Us mixed with survival.
be- Yeah, which is kind of a weird
It's a weird
mishmash.
combination.
Yeah, like I mean, I'm not a
But-
huge fan of survival or Among Us, so
I mean, at the same time, like Among Us is working collaboratively to do tasks. This is essentially the same thing.
right.
The only difference is Riley having a health and a warmth bar.
Okay.
Yeah, massive props to Mike and Valak though for running his sessions. I woke up, I think, like 4 nights at 3 a.m. just to get it done, and I was dog tired. So, and Mike has finally chipped all the snow out of a driveway, which I am very proud of.
Oh,
him for
that's
doing.
good.
In terms of the other games, I dived into the medium. I missed one collectible. I now hate life. I'm going to be going back to it tomorrow.
Ah, that's
Good
rough.
luck.
Yeah.
I got a phone call. Like, I was following the walkthrough on TA. When you have to like line up the memories,
Yep.
to break for the image to unlock.
Yep.
There's a bit in the guide for the second one where it's just like you'll notice it here. You're coming back to it a little bit later on. I got a phone call, got like halfway down the guide, and I'm just like, I don't think I unlocked the second one,
Fuck. That sucks.
but I didn't unlock Phantom either.
So you need to redo it anyway.
I need to redo it anyway. I hate missable achievements.
Me too. But at least it'll be a relatively quick speed run now that you know what you're doing.
Killer Instinct worked on some scripting just to try and get some fight challenges done. Got a few achievements that week. Nothing really much else. Nearly done all of TJ's unlocks, so I'll have one character done. It's just working way down the list. Crossfire X is a really, really average 10-hour FPS multiplayer. It's not as... I check Twitter and it's just like, oh my god, people need to check the quality of games that are coming to Game Pass. It's not bad, but
Sure,
it's-
but they hyped this quite a bit, right? Like, I remember,
Yeah.
I know the campaign was like, oh, it's Remedy, etc. Like, they're doing this whole thing, and they were like, this is the biggest, FPS in the world.
I think the problem is there's two conversations going on. There's the conversation in the normal community, and there's the conversation in the achievement hunting community. Achievement hunting, in terms of the achievement hunting community, the achievements are all centered around the multiplayer, which is play 100 matches, get 100 headshots, do this over and over, unlock all achievements, whatever. Works out to be about 10 hours from what I played for him the other day. That's not bad because essentially, like in terms of an achievement hunting
It's not too bad.
regard, because you can essentially spawn trap the enemy, and then a lot of people that have already done the progress are probably just AFKing to get the achievements anyway. So you can just kill them to. Like the problem with this is you will unlock the rest of the achievements before you get to 50 matches played, and then it's essentially just like watching a movie and idling, watching a movie and idling. You can't, because the menus have a weird like mouse, like drag the cursor over to start kind of thing. I don't think you could script a restarting the match in.
That's annoying.
It's a pain in the ass. It's essentially like play a 10-minute match, sit there, replay, hope that your team wins to get 2 points. If you lose, get 1 point, whatever. I played some of the classic, which is essentially not having any ADS, and I hate not having ADS.
It's
in a team
weird that
deathmatch.
they'd even release that, right? Like, that's kind of... I mean, I guess...
Apparently it's classic. I don't know if it's something to do with Crossfire. But the conversation that is outside the achievement hunting community is, I think a lot of people are playing the multiplayer realizing how bare bones it is, how average it is. Not being able to touch the campaign because there is issues accessing the campaign with Game Pass at the moment. But like, I haven't seen any marketing up to it other than the Game Pass stuff. I haven't seen any positive nor really negative reviews. There's just nobody that's covered it beforehand.
Yeah, well, again, it's kind of a weird one, right? Because it's been out for ages already, right? In terms of like on the PC, where most of its market is. For those who don't know, it's kind of like it kind of rides that line around like Counter-Strike. That's the kind of style of shooter it is. And so the only real new thing was the campaign, and not many people have been playing it, and they haven't really been talking about it. Like, is this the kind of thing where they get another achievement list later for a campaign, or is it like they do updates? Or
see, I don't know where they will go with it. I wouldn't mind if they did, but at the same time, I don't know if I'm just picking the narrative apart from people that are posting things on Twitter, but it might just be the case of whoever the developer is handed off the stuff to Remedy. Those were the tools that they could use to build the campaign with. Like, you think Remedy, you think it's going to be an amazing campaign, but if somebody's just passed them off to do a quick...
But it hasn't been quick, right? They announced this years ago. That's why I'm just so confused.
But there's nothing else to go on unless somebody does a proper review of the campaign.
I guess so, yeah. I haven't heard anyone talking about it, so it can't be doing too well. Anything else?
Pretty much Guitar Hero 2, Guitar Hero 3, and Rock Band 3, but that's just experimenting with getting things working. Got through got up to like the last level for the expert Guitar Hero 2 stuff.
Oh, nice.
So I will be hopefully playing Freebird soon.
So that puts you at 3,134 for this week, apparently.
All right, that's pretty good considering the week I've had.
Yeah, not bad at all. Will, do you want to talk about what you've been playing recently?
So besides a whole bunch of shovelware games, I decided to go back and play Fallout New Vegas on my computer.
I thought you said you weren't playing shovelware.
Oh, don't
wait, Shovel Knight?
I'm kidding. I love Fallout New Vegas. It's just very buggy.
Oh god, it is buggy as hell. But so playing it back on my computer, I got a randomizer mod. I've been seeing it all over YouTube lately, so I decided to actually try it out, and oh my god, it's sinking all of my time. I get home and that's all I could think about. So it's hard for me to get on and get an achievement because I have a long achievement streak. But I've been playing Fallout New Vegas. It's a lot of fun. I played it a lot as a kid. I think it's such a great game. It's probably the best Fallout I've ever played. Even though it's buggy, it's not super like it didn't age too well, I should say. I also haven't like added any 4K mods or anything like that to make it look nicer, because also the old appeal's great. You know, I don't mind having a shit looking game if it plays good. Other than that, I've really been slowing down. I've been playing Suicide of Rachel Foster, another walking simulator. I haven't gotten too far into it, but it's pretty fun. Red actually on Twitter was talking about it, so I'm like, oh, I should get it, and it was on sale, so I ended up getting it. I didn't want to play it until I was after 1 million because it was over an hour. So I've been playing it. It's a lot of fun. Really, that's all I've been playing. I really want to get back into The Walking Dead. I have the Walking Dead collection on my Xbox, and I really want to play it more. I have it started, just haven't finished it, so that might be what I play next.
Is that the one for 4,000 game score or the one for 1,000 game score?
It's the one with 4.
Gotcha.
The 4,000 gamer score one. That one's it's fun, but I've also played all the games like 4 or 5 times already, so like it's hard to go through it again after all these years. But
it's been banned in my house. My fiance has seen me play it way too many times and never wants to see The Walking Dead.
Lee.
Yeah.
Lee, no.
Yeah, right.
But
that's
all I've.
Can I just quickly sidetrack for a second there? Wolf Among Us 2 trailer this week looked amazing.
It does look good.
Yes.
It does look very good. I'm very excited.
Played one of my favorite songs of all time too. So I'm so hyped.
It's gonna be good. People have been waiting for that forever. Like since the first one came out, I've been like, I need a sequel. 10 years later, where's my sequel?
Yeah. I remember they announced it, right? And everyone's like, oh, that's cool. And then the company went under. You're like, oh, okay, well, that's probably not happening. But yeah, nope. I'm glad to see it make a return. Oh, kitty.
Get out of here.
No.
It's my time to talk. It's okay. We'll put the kitty on mic, and I will go and get the puppet.
Oh,
no,
I wish.
No puppet.
Yeah, no,
She's
no.
not happy. She's not happy. Get away from me. Oh my god, she is. Whose cat are you? Whose cat are you? Jeez, what are you doing in my house? But no, that's all I've really been playing lately. I haven't been playing too much. I also played the Artful Escape. That was really fun. That game was amazing.
Love that game.
Like the visuals were
So
great.
good. The
The
music.
story was, oh my god, the music.
I gotta say, like, playing that for my 700k, such a good experience.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, yes. Oh man, what other games have I been playing? Oh, the Life is Strange collections.
Yep.
I played both of those. They're good. They looked good. I had no issues. I saw people on Twitter having visual issues and audio issues, but I was like, saw none of that. Except on the original Life is Strange remaster. There was a lot of audio issues, but other than that, it wasn't too bad. Like the ending scene had no dialogue, but it had the music like bumped up to 12 instead of 10. And I was just like, what the fuck?
Right.
Why? I don't care about this music. I care about the dialogue. But other than that, it was great. Before the Storm was really good. It looked amazing. Its visuals were great. I had no issues with it. And that's really all I've been playing. I played a couple cheap games like Drone Gladiator came out, easy. Same with Crocs World. That had the hour-long trial that you can get the 1,000 in like 10 minutes.
I was gonna ask.
Oh my god.
And this goes to everybody in the chat that has played Life is Strange as well. Did anybody go with the collection and play Before the Storm before they played the first one?
I mean, I've got the collection sitting there. I want to play it.
Like, are you going to do it chronologically, or are you going to do it?
No, I'll do it. I'll do a release order.
Yeah.
Because I really think that seeing Chloe how she is in the first game helps with understanding her in the prequel.
Okay. No, that's fair.
But I can see the argument either way. But like also the way the prequel ends kind of hits a bit better if you understand where things are going.
I mean, now that we have
I'm only playing the first one. I'm only playing the first one at the moment, not the remastered or anything.
Yeah.
Now that we have our wonderful Discord bot that tells us what people are starting and completing, I can track it.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. That's a good point. Yeah,
Quick
I
plug.
imagine most people are going to play both. So
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
No, sorry. What were you saying?
Oh, I was gonna say, I wanted to go back to Life is Strange Before the Storm. I tried to play it first. I couldn't get into it because I didn't really understand Chloe, like Cameron was saying. If you play the first one, you really understand how Chloe is, and how she's acting, why she's acting the way she does, and it makes sense. That's all I wanted to put on.
See, I just need to play it before my daughter gets to the teenage years so I can understand.
Hella.
Yeah.
Hella. It's hella good.
It's hella good.
Mm-hmm.
No cap. Charlotte. Oh god, yeah. Thank you.
God, no.
There we go. Perfect. Yep. So dab on screen.
Oh,
No,
dear
Cameron. No.
I can go lower.
They are dabbing.
No. Yeah, for our audio listeners, I've killed half of the guests. All right, Charlotte, what have you been playing this week?
Not that much. I've been busy with other things this week, unfortunately. But Control is leaving Game Pass, and I did start the Game Pass version, not the Ultimate version. So I'm having to race through that to get that finished before it leaves. And the DLCs for it, which I've almost done. I think I've got like 7 achievements total left, including DLCs. So that'll be my mission this weekend. I started Tomb Raider. So I'm going to do the 3 to get me my game completed for the year, which I never started. Technically, that was meant to be like a backlog game.
Yep.
But that's fine. I also started Broken Sword 5 because that came out on Games with Gold, and I was like, that's an easy achievement one for me because I've got an achievement streak running. And I was doing Banjo-Kazooie, but I'm currently stuck with the underwater part, freeing the giant shark because I keep dying. But that's, that's fine. I'll get there eventually.
Get
But
good.
yeah, I'm on a
Linker's
174 day. 174. Yeah, the Kevin. Yeah, 174 day achievement
my
streak at
God.
the moment.
Doing well.
Baby streak.
No
Gonna be,
Nice.
Baby streak.
gonna be catching me up soon.
I can't
catch Firehawk in
because
no
you
time.
haven't stopped yet.
I haven't
Well,
stopped
on his
yet.
3,337 days. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, Firehawk
Oh
is a
my
bit ridiculous.
God.
I'll be
Yeah.
impressed.
Well,
I'll be
you're on
impressed.
193 days, Matt.
193. Okay, so I get to 200. I'll think about stopping. I won't,
Yeah.
but I'll think about
The
it.
other achievement streaks we've got going at the moment is Mephisto's on 2,914 days. Mike is on 1,130. Martel is on 798. Valix on 713. And then it's you with 193, and then me with 174.
What am I, like,
Yeah.
7?
You're not even on an ongoing streak, so
Ooh.
Yeah,
I mean, that is probably the case. Though, like,
Free.
it might be in there, but the lowest one is ZMNS at 56 days, and that's not an ongoing streak. So
Yeah.
So yeah.
below that then.
Fair enough.
All right, and then you got how many what achievements did you get? Like what
Not many, like 500, I think,
Nice.
570 for the week.
All right.
Yeah,
And then
I'll push next week.
I'll quickly go through my stuff. I've been working on Perfect Dark with Mike. So last week we beat the final boss on co-op, so we've started up our Dark Agent playthrough. Made it through the first 3 or so levels. We're on mission 4, I think. Just like nightclub, yeah. So it's like 4 or 5 levels in, and yes, we've kind of got it down pretty well, but we keep getting stuck on the boss. We found out that apparently they don't give you checkpoints before bosses in the hardest difficulty, which they do normally. So that really fucking sucks. The boss is also complete fucking bullshit. You basically just have to fight off waves of duplicates of this character, and then who has a machine gun with a grenade launcher, and then also with having to fight off melee enemies. So we'll get it. We tried it for about an hour and a half last night, and it did not go very well. But Mike in chat says that mission 4 want to make it to murder people. I very much agree. But we're getting better at it. We'll probably give it another try next week, and we'll see how we go. But it's going to be a real tough push to finish that game. That's why I wrote the song of the week about it, because it's been an absolute nightmare.
Give me 20 good reasons to finish this game.
Yeah, exactly, right. Also, I've been playing a lot of Call of Duty Advanced Warfare on the Xbox One version. Already done the 360 version.
God, rub it in.
What? Yeah, well, you know.
I wanted to play all week, and I couldn't.
Well, to be fair, we were doing map packs 1 and 2, so you've already done those, right?
Yeah.
So I've been playing a bit of that. We did some of the regular stuff on the first map pack, but map pack 2, we basically rinsed our way all the way through it. Got the 4 survivors in one game, did the Easter egg, got all the miscellaneous stuff. We just have to rescue 20 survivors, so that's just kind of just get to wave 6. So that'll just take some time. We also did a bit of map pack 3, did a bit of cleanup there, which is good. So far so good. Making really, really good progress on it, but Martel's going to be away for a bit, so we're probably going to put a bit of a break on that. But big thanks to Shadowed Sly for doing a big carry and making it a lot easier for us. Because we would.
Did you just run around in circles with like one zombie?
No, not necessarily. He did a lot of work, but we did help him a fair amount. We with a few because he needed the achievements as well. So
okay.
So it wasn't just completely him carrying us. And so in the meantime, I've also gone through and started the campaign again. I'm really enjoying that campaign. I'd forgotten how good it was.
It's a good one.
Yeah,
I really advise.
It's a really solid campaign. Like Veteran is not too difficult, and you get those upgrades for getting collectibles and doing the challenges. Like it's fun. Like I'm having a really good time. The story is not bad either.
The only thing you got to be worried about is that partially.
Yeah, that's if you have like the collector's edition or whatever.
Yeah.
I should be fine, hopefully.
Yeah, I worried about mine, but I managed to pull mine off, so it should be fun.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
It's really good though. Like that's a decent campaign, other than hearing Kevin Spacey talk about the boys.
Yeah, the high school thing. Yeah, that's it.
The high school thing. It's just like,
yes.
oh.
I mean, to be fair, he ends up spoilers. He ends up being the bad guy. What a fucking surprise! So whatever.
The UN meeting is
Yeah,
the
right.
Just like
UN
real
meeting.
life.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Art follows life. So yeah, I'm on like mission 10 of 15. So I'm having a good time with it. It hits all those beats. You know, I'm not doing the stealth mission. Did the rappel down into a building. There's the Mirror's Edge run away from things mission. Like it's got it hits all the beats, and I'm really really enjoying it. I'd forgotten how much it's been so long since I played it that I actually forgot most of it. So
it's got Gideon Emery in it.
It does actually, yes.
Who's an amazing voice actor.
Yep, just as Gideon. But yeah, it's pretty good, and it's kind of been my go-to nice easy achievement list as well. So, which is helpful. There'll be a little bit of work to do at the end, but hey, it's nice. Like I really enjoy playing Call of Duty games for the campaign, but it's just all the zombie and multiplayer stuff they throw on that makes me not want to play any more of them.
Yeah.
But maybe I will go back to some of them.
That DLC pack 4 is going to be a pain in the ass.
Yes, it will. It definitely will. And then the thing that I've been spending the most amount of time on is Immortals: Phoenix Rising. So this finally went on a big enough sale for the gold edition, was 75% off, that I decided to bite the bullet and pick it up. It's great. It's everything. It's so, for those who don't know, it is an Ubisoft open world game based on Greek mythology, where you play a Greek soldier who has basically been in a storm, washes up on an island. Turns out the island was created by Daedalus. And you don't know who Daedalus is, then you've got a lot of reading up to do, because I'm not going to explain all of it because there's a lot of shit there. He basically builds this island.
A paper on Greek myth.
Yeah, right, exactly, yeah. Basically, he built this island for the gods, and you have to go around, and there is he was the god of, I think it's chaos, Typhon. Basically, Typhon has escaped and is basically fucking things up, and you have to go and basically rescue some of the gods and try and rally them together to fight Typhon. And it's all told through the perspective of Zeus going to Prometheus to ask for his help against Typhon, and Prometheus being like, "Let me tell you a long fucking story," and Zeus is like, "For fuck's sake, all right." So it's kind of like, you it's the standard thing. You climb around, you go to 4 different areas. It's got kind of a Far Cry feel to it in terms of its structure, but really it takes after Breath of the Wild. Zelda Breath of the Wild.
It felt to me when I played it like it was Breath of the Wild mixed with Odyssey.
Yeah, right. It's got like it's a real grab bag. Like it has all the stuff that I like from Breath of the Wild in terms of like the open world, the visuals, the sense of scale is amazing. Like it's the non-meme version of, you see that mountain, you can climb that mountain. Like if you can see it in the distance, you can go there, and it's like, you can be on a high spot, look back, and still see the details of like the temple you were at, or the area, or the forest that you were in. It's beautiful. I love the visuals. Story is decent. It's nothing like amazing. It's just kind of like, okay, you need to go find the 4 gods, recover their essence, and fight like 4 champions. It has all the sort of old, instead of like shrines, it has vaults of Tartarus, which are like the little challenge levels, which are probably the best part of the game. But the map is like littered with like little puzzles to solve to earn like health upgrades and stamina upgrades and pieces of equipment. And yeah, it's like, it's just like it's a collectathon. Like there's a lot to do in that game, but I had a really good time. It doesn't have any of like the weapon degradation, like durability bullshit that I hated. The crafting stuff is pretty minimal. It's mostly just upgrade menus and some minor stat stuff. There's some cool perk stuff with different pieces of equipment that you can put on. Like it's great. Like it's the combat's great in terms of like the variability you have. You get basically a power from each of the gods with different weapons. It does wear a little thin. It's like a little bit too much of a collectathon. But I managed to get through the whole campaign in about just over 40 hours. And that's collecting literally everything and doing all the challenges. You don't have to go quite that hard, but you might as well, because it's really, really enjoyable. And now I'm onto the DLC, which is the first DLC is basically just all those challenge rooms, but like ramped up to the next level, where it's like, okay, you thought you're like, okay, cool, those were just kind of like fun little puzzles to teach you. This is going to be where like you use all the mechanics and like work this shit out. It's like, okay, do all the navigation stuff. You need to do traversal. You need to glide. You just string all the abilities together. They give you like a triple jump to make it even more interesting. So like, because the thing is, like, as you gain powers in the main game, you can use a lot of those to like circumnavigate some of the puzzles. So it's like, okay, well, I need to go and get a box, or I just make a clone of myself and put that on the button and just walk through the door. And it's like, well, no, now you need to do that to even solve the puzzle. I'm not really sure what the other 2 DLCs are like. I think one of them is like kind of like a reskin of the main game to make it all like Eastern, like Asian god themed, which looks quite interesting. I'm not really sure how that works, but there's still a fair amount of content there, but like I've been waiting for this to go on a good sale, and it did not disappoint. I really, really enjoyed it. My only wish is that I wish there was a little bit more variety in, like, there was a bit more to it in terms of like enemy types and like weapons and that kind of stuff. Like, it's like a lot of it is just like skins, which is fine, because each of the armor types does something a little bit different, but there's not quite as much variety as I would have liked. I would have liked, okay, maybe like all the mounts are pretty much horses, or it's like horses or elks are the two choices you get. And it's like, come on, like put like a lizard in it, put like some slightly more interesting stuff. Yeah, but like overall, I think it's a really cool game that overstays its welcome just a little bit. But I would highly recommend it.
I forgot about the myth in ancient Greek where they rode around on lizards.
I mean, look, to be fair, you get like a phoenix, right? And it's like, well, it's a bird that's on fire. That again, it's a story thing that it becomes called Phoenix, but it's like, yeah, you can shade it into like a lizard bird as well if you want. Like, it does. This game doesn't give a fuck. I love it. But it's got a lot of good jokes in it too. Like, if you're a big mythology buff, like, there's so many.
It has good humor.
The jokes are great.
Yeah, it's like obviously the team who made it. I think it's the Quebec team. They obviously have a real love for Greek mythology and a real understanding of like the humor of it. And there's a whole thing about like the birth of Venus and like it's very fucking funny. And like Aphrodite, like how she came to be. And it's like, oh yeah, like a pearl rolled into the ocean, right? And it's like, yeah, not quite Zeus. That's not quite exactly how that happened. And so Prometheus has to kind of gently explain to him like how the myth actually happened, because there's a lot of fucked up stuff in Greek mythology, and they kind of navigate it quite well. Like the part where it's like, oh yeah, Athena's mother, like I killed her and ate her. It's like, oh yeah, whoops, kind of not a great thing to do.
I really hope they continue on with the IP too. Like, I heard it did good.
Yeah, I'm sure. I heard it did pretty well. I'm sure that like that Ubisoft doesn't make anything for a one-off, right? Like I'm sure they'll do another one. It's just be kind of interesting to see what direction they go in with it, with how the game ends. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, that puts me at 2,570 for this week.
Very nice.
Do we? How are we doing on the leaderboard?
Let me have a look.
There's a top 3.
Oh, is it on the Trello?
I think we still have number 1. Number 1 is still in chat, I think.
Oh, really? Oh, wow. I mean, to be fair, it's not surprising.
God damn it. Small TA page on my phone. I keep on accidentally pressing my stats.
Okay, so in third, we've got Calebra with 5,560. We've got Red with 7,096. And we've got Valak with 7,310. So congratulations, guys. Not the crazy high numbers we're expecting to see.
That's a smaller week, yeah.
Yeah, we had a bit of a quiet week, which is fine. I guess everyone's sort of doing cleanup on Game Pass stuff. You can tell when people are Valak games, because it's like you see how many people are like completed Control, completed the Medium. It's like, wow, everyone's playing the same game. Must be leaving Game Pass.
It's interesting, like seeing the bot, just who's working on the stuff and who isn't. And quickly to go back to the bot too, it has spaces now. I figured out how to have a space.
Oh, perfect. Okay, that's good.
Nobody else knows because they muted the channel. But
of course I did. Yeah,
of course I did.
I don't.
It's fine. I muted it.
5 seconds.
But now we have Twitch integration as well. So if you sub on our Twitch, you will come up in a special channel on the Discord.
Yep, which is super great. Charlotte's been working on that.
And I didn't have to do a thing. Which is my favorite thing.
And then for completion shoutouts this week, Keo finished up the Falconeer. Rapture finished up some trash. Red finished up Life is Strange Remastered. Kruger, you finished up Artful Escape, as you talked about. Cameron finished up Crossfire X. And then Red, I guess he finished up Skull, but I don't think we're going to talk about that. Because everyone just console commanded the shit out of it, so I don't know if that
console command in Korean.
Yeah, exactly.
Seeing it in Humble Breaks in AHA, and I'm like, really?
Does it count as a humble brag?
Yeah, exactly.
Look, humble brag outside of the achievement hunting community, not so humble in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then we've got one question this week from Isaac. He said, have you guys ever had a game spoiled for you that made playing it not as fun since you already knew what was going to happen? I've got one if you guys need time to think about it.
Any video game... any movie licensed video game ever.
Yeah, right, because okay, that's
Spider-Man on GameCube.
Yeah, it's like all the Lego Star Wars games. I had a real good feeling about what was going to happen at the end of those. Will, you got any ones?
Honestly, I can't really think of any. I try to stay away from spoilers as much as possible. Man, like I remember watching someone play through I'm gonna go back to The Walking Dead. The first time I played it, I watched someone play through the whole thing, so I knew what happened before I played through it. So I was like, oh, this happens, I'm gonna do it this way and make it different.
Yeah.
But it ended up being the same anyway. So it didn't have the same impact that it could have had. But I'm not gonna spoil it just in case other people haven't played it. The ending really didn't hit as close to home as I feel like it should have.
Yeah.
So, but
my answer is exactly the same. Someone spoiled to me what happens at the end of episode 4, basically. Just like without because they were just talking about the game in general and just basically with like, oh yeah, episode 5 this happens, and I was like, well, fuck, okay, well, because I was obviously it is a story game, so so again that definitely affected my enjoyment because I was basically like, okay, so clearly something's going to happen here, or this is going to happen, or like like I was like, it's the thing where someone spoils something for you, like Cameron spoils something for me, and then my mind goes to, well, now I'm just waiting to see when it happens or like how it happens, or I start like thinking about it beforehand. It just kind of ruins my enjoyment.
Remember, I've always said it's always about the journey, not the destination.
Yeah, but if I know what the destination is, then you fuck the journey for me. Because then I'm just waiting for the journey to get to the destination.
What have I ruined recently?
Oh, just my life recently. Don't worry about it.
I mean, okay, I had Yes Your Grace spoiled for me, and that's kind of I'm on a standstill with it now because I'm like, okay, well, I know what's going to happen, so I need to go back to it. But
that sucks.
Well, technically, that wasn't your fault. It wasn't your fault.
Yeah.
I felt like I would give
it was
enough. Did you spoil it for her, Matt?
No, of course I didn't.
No. It got spoiled in other ways.
Yeah.
It just didn't help that I now know that there's definitely a big thing happening, right?
Yeah.
So it confirmed what I'd found out.
It's shit because I wanted to convey to people like there is a need to play this game. This is one of the most story.
I'm going to go back to it, but it's kind of just put a hold on it for now because I'm like, I want to go back to it when I've like forgotten everything.
Yeah. Mike, I did not spoil anything. I sent you a message about it. You're up to date. Bullshit.
It might.
We're not talking about it.
Cameron
Swiftly moving on.
Cameron also spoils TV shows and movies as well, just in case anyone isn't in the
movies. No, just TV shows.
Yeah, true.
I don't watch movies. What are you talking about?
She doesn't watch movies.
I can't really think of.
Well, like you skip all the cutscenes anyway, so why do you care?
Listen. Depending on the media there is such a... And, like, I'm going to be a very big outlier in this. There's such a variety of media these days that it is impossible to keep up with everything. Right?
I mean, it's true, yes.
So, there will be some stuff that, if everybody else in the office is talking about this particular show, I might read ahead to say, well, is this something I want to get into? I don't really care about like what's happening down the line. Most of the time, there is some occasions where I'm just like, okay, I've robbed myself of that experience.
Well, okay, like imagine, okay, so like you watched the new Dexter, right?
Yeah.
So imagine if I told you what happened in that last episode.
Like I want to watch the whole season
before you watched it. Yeah.
Exactly, right? Exactly, and that's kind of how I feel about it. But it's like,
that event in that episode ruined
just the episode in general.
Ruined the entire rest of the season though because of how they left it.
Yeah,
I would dare say that if they had cancelled it after episode 9, I'd been like, yeah, that was an amazing show. They need to bring it back. That one episode ruined the entire season for me.
That's fair.
And if you want to watch it, if you want to have a really good recommendation on a TV show that you need to watch Mr. Robot because I watched it recently based off Matt's recommendation, who hasn't watched the entire show.
Yeah, I watched the first season.
I could not put it down.
Yeah. I finished it all too. After Matt's recommendation.
I still haven't finished watching it.
So good.
I haven't found time.
And like to the point of like, I'm actually, Matt, this is your homework. You need to do a song around the band M83.
Alright, I'll see what I can do.
So you got intro, you got outro, and you got Midnight City to work with.
Oh my god. All right. Well, we'll see how it goes.
God.
Anyway, I was gonna say, do we quickly want to play our weekly game?
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah. Because Will, you've got plenty of things to play, right?
Tons.
Great. Well, get ready for one more if you want to play.
Oh, cool.
You have to finish it before the end of the year.
Have you heard about the random game we're doing each week?
No, I haven't.
Wonderful segue. All right, so how it works is we have a bot in the Discord now because I couldn't be bothered like shaking a thing every single week, whatever. So we have a random bot in the Discord which anybody can partake in as well. How it works is you can draw up to 3 games, but once you land on a game that you are content with, you have to settle on it. So
sweet.
So you might get your first game, go, all right, that's a really good one. I'm going to play it safe and stay here. Or I'm going to do the deal or no deal thing and go, what's in the case? And continue on to 3 rolls are done. And then pretty much go from there. Do you want to partake?
You know what? Sure. Why not? Let's do it.
All right. So the first roll we have Age of Empires 2.
Oh, no, thanks. I hear that one's rough.
No.
Yeah,
Look, it's a long one, but it is an enjoyable experience, and
I would re-roll.
Yeah.
Yep.
right.
Yeah.
Second roll is Forza Horizon 5.
I hear that. I know that's on Game Pass. That's not bad. I know there's the seasonal achievement.
I was gonna say the seasonal Smash Ball achievement will be the only one that you struggle with, only because it is a time-based thing, and you have to go back and check weeks. So you're going to have to do it at least over a 5-week period. But you can log in 1 week and get 20% of the achievement, and then come back to it. Not all weeks
just
will
take the
always
5
have
weeks and spend the time.
Yeah.
Not
That's
all
not
weeks will
bad.
have it. It took me starting it at launch from November till 2 weeks ago to finish it.
Yeah.
That's
so
not
Yeah,
bad.
2-3 weeks
And
ago?
a lot of that was just waiting, right? Waiting for that event. to
Yeah,
come up.
I basically had the completion in the first fortnight. It was waiting for those collectibles to come up, and then feeling
That's
I
really
dropped out first.
Dang it. No, that's really not bad. Because, I know I'm not a huge racing game fan, but
Look,
You're gonna play one. That's
for-
the one, right?
I was going to say, for not a huge
True.
racing fan, I would say Forza Horizon 4 or 5 would be the ones to definitely pick.
right? Shoot.
The only problem with it, and you got to think about it at the same time, is you know it is going to get future DLC.
That's true. So I might have to actually. Oh man, I'm gonna get Gears of War 3, and I'm gonna be really upset.
Yeah, right.
I know it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get some Gears of War game, and I'm gonna fucking cry.
So,
That's it.
Reroll.
you want one
Doing it.
reroll? Alright,
Doing it.
let's have a look.
Gears of War 4.
Quantum
they're
Break.
cool with it. On it.
Cool.
Sounds good.
Easy.
Thanks.
Easy. That's a great one. That's a great one. All right.
Quantum Break's so cool.
That's a great
All right, I'm down for that.
one. Fantastic.
Got lucky, boys.
And I won't even spoil it. I won't even spoil the TV for you.
Oh, of course, Alan. Anyway, I don't want to say it because I think I
Yeah.
probably already know. But anyway.
All right. Well then, I guess that's going to bring us to the sort of out part of the show. So I
You
should
doing
probably.
new clue?
Yes, I am. So I have a new clue for the word challenge. I've written it down. I got it. I was just about to say it.
Fine.
I've got it open.
Cool. No, you're fine.
So yes, I've come up with a new clue for the word challenge. I've set up a game. It is another really fucking annoying one. But if you don't know what the word challenge is, basically every so often I come up with a new game. I put it into our bot, and you basically have to guess what the game is in a channel in our Discord server. It's called Word Challenge. And if you guess what it is, you win $20. And every week I'm going to give a clue to make it a little easier, because right now it could be literally any game in existence. So, this is probably going to be not very helpful, but the clue for this week is this game is a port. So it's not the original release.
Port wine? Nothing?
It's not a yeah. Don't you? I don't want to hear any whining about it. Yeah. So this game is a port. Now, if you think about how the word challenge works, that might help you a little bit.
You're giving too much away.
Yeah, but again, I'm not. Okay, yeah, you're right. It's week 1. It's a port. That's all you're getting. It's a port. It's not the original release. So go on our Discord server, which, speaking of which, is discord.io/Hall of Gamers. You come hang out with us on there. So we have the word challenge. We've got a few channels in there to chat around the podcast, run general stuff. We've got some memes. Our Patrons also have a special channel in there, and Charlotte set up a new channel for our Twitch subscribers as well. So come say hi. We don't bite usually. We're relatively friendly. We also got the Give Me a Game stuff and a few other bits and pieces. Also a great place to ask questions for the podcast. It's where we collate them all. So Isaac's always been very good about that. If you want to join our Patreon, it's patreon.com/Hall of Gamers, where basically you can give us some money so we can keep the podcast going. And for that, we use that money for giveaways, for equipment, for paying for Zoom, for fuck's sake, because that was the big expense we just had. And in return, we give you guys an extra podcast that we do called Lights, Camera, and Action, where Cameron, Charlotte, and I watch a video game movie and we talk a bit about it, usually one that one of us hasn't seen. We talk a bit about the franchise it's based on. We go away, watch the movie, and then come back later and give our review on it, and kind of go through beat by beat. So we're in the midst of recording Free Guy. Cameron with his technical issues with his computer has delayed that a little bit, but we'll be catching up with that hopefully by the end of the month. We also do a contest where if you're part of the Patreon, you get an entry into the contest. Every tier gets an extra entry. So tier 1 gets 1, tier 2 gets 2, tier 3 gets 3, etc., etc. Where we give away one of 3 games or 4 games depending on the month, and you basically get to vote on what game you want to win, and we'll draw that at the end of the month. Cameron, what are the 4 games this month?
So I picked some interesting ones that weren't in Game Pass. There is the sealed is it Ampoule? Ampoule?
Yeah, I think maybe. Ample? Yeah, sealed Ample.
Yeah, I don't know. Which is apparently like a dungeon crawler gardening sim.
Okay. All right.
I saw it. I was like, all right, that sounds interesting. I'm putting that in.
Okay.
The longest road on Earth, which looks like it has a really nice art style. Vigilante, and which is just like a 2D side scroller, I believe, and Dismantle, which is a survival sim. They all look really interesting, and I'm very tempted to pick them a lot.
Yeah, so if you're a patron, go ahead and vote on which one you want to win. And your name might be the lucky one that gets drawn out at the end of the month.
I don't know who's winning at the moment because I don't have the Patreon up. But
no worries, we'll have a look at it later. And then, as always, we're on Twitch, Hall of Gamers Pod. We do this show every week. The episode you guys are doing tomorrow, Cameron, is that going to be live streamed, or is that just?
It might be like this one again, depending if I get the PC running. But it's essentially just going to be me, Red, Chapters, and Games of Dane just shooting the shit, talking about 360 games that have either been delisted or very hard to find. Like, out of nowhere, I never realized Where the Wild Things Are was a 360 game.
Yep.
But I bought it the other day and getting it sent over.
Yeah, it's not that good.
Cool.
So yeah,
it is also one of the first books I ever got. So as a kid, so that's the only reason I've got it.
Remember, there was a good story about the author of that, or the illustrator and author drawing a picture for one of his fans, and a kid, and the mother wrote back saying, "Thank you so much for that. The child loved it so much he ate it."
Wow.
You said while you were saying that, the only thing I could think of was the Rainbow Fish Twitter account.
Oh, okay. No, we're not.
Oh God.
Okay.
I'm not going into that one.
If you want to get in contact with us, you can find us on Twitter at Hall of Gamers Pod, or email us at hallofgamerspodcast@gmail.com. If you want to help out the podcast in other ways, subscribe to us on your platform of choice, leave us a review, tell your friends. Word of mouth is always the big thing for us. It's so helpful. We always talk about the podcast and boosting sessions and that kind of stuff. We talk about what we're going to be talking about. I'm usually bouncing off ideas off the AHA guys just because, we're usually just shooting the shit. So if you want to tell other people about the podcast, we really, really appreciate it. Direct them to our Discord and basically anywhere where a good podcast can be found and bad podcasts. Otherwise, yeah, write us some questions. Discord is the best place to do it, but any of those channels is fine. And if you want to be on the show, make sure you hit up Cameron, and we'll see if we can organize your time to get in, like our friend here, Will.
Twitter or Discord, usually the best place to find me.
Speaking of which, Will, where can people find you if they want to have a chat with you? If you want to be found, that is.
I don't like the government finding me. I'm sorry.
That's fair.
You can find me on Twitter. On my Twitter handle is the same as my gamertag, Kxrxuxexgxr. Same as my Twitch. I've been streaming once every couple days, just playing random games, miscellaneous. I've been streaming my Fallout New Vegas randomizers, having a blast with that. Recently, that's about it. I don't really have too many handles. You can add me on True Achievements, add me on Xbox. Let's play games. Maybe I'll be less antisocial and we can get some boosting done. That'd be fun.
Fun. Yeah, that's usually how it goes. Cameron, where can people find you?
If you want to find me, you can find me crossing paths with black cats, walking under ladders, breaking mirrors, and
Throwing salt over your shoulder?
I don't know, being right-clicked as a NFT.
Yep.
Seems like the worst luck of all.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Oh no, I've been stuck in an NFT and I can't get out.
Seriously though, Discord, TA, Twitter, Shadowless Edge, hit me up.
Cool. Charlotte.
On Twitch, I am Charmander_Rex. It's ridiculously long, but if you want to come and follow me, I do stream occasionally, and I will be streaming more gameplay now that I've figured it out. Discord, I'm usually Char or Charmander. Twitter and Xbox, I'm AudreyLily8292.
Right. And if you want to find me, I'm Neomaster on everything, True Achievements, Xbox, and Discord. Well, that's going to bring us to the end of episode 26 of the Hall of Gamers podcast. Thank you for joining us. Will, it's been a pleasure having you on, mate.
Of course, it was great being here. Thank you for having me. It was fantastic.
Oh, absolutely. And of course, always a big thank you to Charlotte for putting up with us and just, not being. What are you laughing about?
I'm gonna go.
She knows.
See you later.
What are you guys laughing about?
Nothing. Move on.
Oh my god! If you guys are talking about the nude calendar again, I'm gonna get so fucking annoyed with you.
No.
I swear to God, I'm just gonna do this podcast on my
I'm prepared.
own.
I'm bottomless right now, so I'm ready. Where's my photo shoot?
All right,
Let's go.
What mask do you want?
Thanks, guys. We will see you guys next week. Maybe if I fucking decide to bring these people back on, I might just do a fucking monologue at this point. These fucking crazy assholes. See you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.